Hi guys, today we're looking at installing Visual Studio Code for C++ development, basic C++ development. We'll also be installing OpenMP for multi-threaded C++ development. So the first thing we do is we go to the Visual Studio Code website. It's already loaded in my Firefox browser here. But you can just do a search in whatever start page, DuckDuckGo, Google, whatever you use. And okay, so it brings us to the website, and it tells us there's a new version available. And because we are sitting on Linux Mint 19.1 with the Mate interface or desktop, which is running on Ubuntu 18.04 LTS, we will be running or installing the deb package. So we select the deb package, and it should auto start the download for us. There we go, and we say yes, we're going to open it with the package installer and let that run and download. It's reasonably quick, not a very big file. Okay, but then it's going to do some more installation, and that'll take a moment. Just minimize that for now. Okay, just taking a moment here. Okay, install package, and it'll go ahead and ask you for your administrative password and do the installation. It takes a moment. It's got some stuff to download. Yeah. And it's been installed. You can close that down. Then the next step is to actually install the actual compilers and so forth. I will give all these links that you can go to, and this is actually one of the extensions we'll be installing for Visual Studio Code as well. And on its page, it tells us how to install the Linux requirements for Debian, and we have that here: sudo apt install g++ make, and the debugger being gdb. Okay, and we'll plug that into a terminal. Okay. Downloading that. All right, that install is done. Probably takes about 2 minutes or so. I guess it depends on your speed. Then once that's done, we've got to install OpenMP. Okay, again, as I said, I will supply these links. No, I don't want to do this. What is this about? There we go. Okay, so I will supply the links like I said. So we need to run this to install OpenMP. All right, we go back to our terminal, paste it in, and that'll do the installation. Okay. While that's busy, what we can go ahead and do is we're going to, well, that's complete now. We're going to need the path that everything is installed to as a setup in Visual Studio Code. Well, I think let's first run Visual Studio Code. Okay, so you can go to menu and type in Visual Studio Code. There we have it. It's opening up. Taking a moment. All right. So the first thing we can go and do is install an extension, the C++ extension. So we click over here on extensions. Sorry, it takes a little while. Okay. Okay, and we're going to say well, the first thing we're going to do is this help improve VS Code by allowing Microsoft to blah blah blah. We're going to opt out of that. Okay, so if we go to opt out, okay, it'll tell us what we must search for in Visual Studio Code, and it's going to tell us to search for the telemetry based stuff. So if we go to File Preferences Setting and search for telemetry, okay, so we go to File Preferences Settings and we type in telemetry, okay, and we disable telemetry. Okay, close that, and we can close that. All right, then when searching here for our extensions, we want the, I think is this one, the C++, that's the correct one, C++ from Microsoft. It is just a preview, but it does seem to work fairly well. Okay, so we go ahead and we install that. Okay, that was nice and quick. All right, and then we do a search for easy C++. Okay, there we go, for easy projects. Okay, and we can go ahead and install that. It's already installed. Okay, that was either quick or something already installed it for me. But all right, so that's done. Okay, at this point I normally just close Visual Studio. You can refresh it, but I'll just do it this way. Okay, reopen it, go to Visual Studio Code. Okay, now the way Visual Studio Code works is it actually works, it puts its files in folders or in directories, and that is what it considers as being your project. So maybe a long way of explaining it, but what we can say, go to File, Open Folder. All right, it'll take me to my home. Click on Home. All right, let's create a new folder here called, let's say, Projects. Projects. And inside that, create another one just for fun called C++. Oops, put a nice caps in there to make it look right. Okay, C++. Okay, and we're in that, and how did I do this? Oh yeah, and say okay. So oops, I made a mistake there. Didn't want to do what just happened there. Okay, so we're in our folder, and what we want to do is now create a new C++ project. So the first thing we do is we press F1, okay, and we navigate down to the E's, A, B, C, D, E, and we will find Easy C++, create new C++ project. That's from that last extension that was installed. Okay, and in our case it is C++, G++, and GDB for Linux. Okay, I'll go ahead and create all that, and that's basically done it. You can run that, and let's just maximize that window. Down here you got build and run. We can build and run it, and it should tell us hello easy C++ project. Okay, hello easy C++ project. Okay, now we do want to use multi-threading. Okay, so what we can do is, as an example, go to that website again where we got the OpenMP stuff from, and navigate a little bit down, and we can use this code down here. Okay, it works with a Pragma OMP parallel for, so it'll do a for loop in parallel. Copy that. Just remember, include standard io.h. Okay, go back to Visual Studio Code, so we can immediately put that hash include standard standard io.h. Okay, and make some space here and paste in the code we just copied from the website, and we just move that up, just indent it a little bit better. All right, what we can do then is debug this so we can see that it actually is going to do it in parallel. Okay, so we'll click on the side here, that little red circle, little circle there. All right, we just click where we want it, we're putting it on the 4. Okay, and we go to debug and say start debugging. Okay, and it's going ahead and it'll go through and get everything ready for us. And there we are, we're in our code, we're busy debugging. So if we look over here, we can step over the code by pressing F10. So if I press F10 a few times, we should start seeing not a count from 0 to X, but sorry, that was my mistake. But if we go to the terminal, no, that did not work. Unable to read file, error not found. No. Okay, the reason for that is, okay, what I forgot to do is in the make file, okay, is to specify firstly that it must use OpenMP. So if we go back to the website here, they actually tell us to include sorry, that f-openmp. Sorry, you need the dash as well. Okay, f-openmp. And if we come to our files again, click up top here to the files, open the make file. All right, and yeah, where it specifies our flags, the end of that line, put in a space and paste dash f openmp and save that file, Control S, and that has been saved. This we must get rid of. Okay, and let's try it again and see if that's any better for us. Okay, again, debug, start debugging. Okay. Okay, it's opening up a terminal for us. Okay, we're in the code, and remember we can press F10, step over it a few times, and we should get some out of order entries in our terminal. Which terminal is it now? Why is he not done that now? Okay, that one we can close. But this one, it's putting them all in order. It's not out of order for us. Wonder why that is. Let's just let it run through. Look at our terminal. Interpreter. Okay, so we completed it. Let's just, this worked just now. Let's just make it a big number, like 100. All right. And debug again, start debugging, open a new terminal for us, and we're in our code. We press F10 a few times. Okay, go to our terminal, and there we have it, out of sequence, because it is running in multiple threads, and that's basically it. So we can just let that run through. And sorry, switch the debug point off, let it run through, and so what will happen is it'll run through all the way to 99. Okay, but if we go to the front, we'll notice that they're out of sequence because of us breaking into it with the debugger. The reason the rest are in sequence is just the way that the threading works. Trust me, it is multi-threaded, and that's basically it, and we complete. Thanks a lot, guys.